Hey, peace world. Thanks for pressing play on another Pay Me No Mind sports and entertainment video. My name is Wood. Please hit that subscribe button. If you like the way any of the subjects or topics or headlines or whatever are being discussed, analyzed, reviewed, broken down, recapped, etc., hit the like button, drop a comment, share the video, so on and so forth. So, a new J. Cole song dropped. Snow on the Bluff. Like and then I see it's some kind of controversy or whatever attached to it, and involving this rapper or maybe former rapper artist out of Chicago named No Name. I watched a tiny desk concert on NPR. They have a YouTube channel. I would strongly suggest you check it out if you like music or if you love music. I saw the video. I saw No Name set a while ago. She wasn't bad. Kind of not my thing. She was accompanied by a band, like a 4 or 5 piece band. I thought she was pretty decent, but nobody that I really went and checked for afterwards. Not for any particular reason. But I guess kind of what led to the song being created is she made some tweets basically saying something thoughtful that a lot of the artists who've been out here profiting and doing well, talking about and dealing with our issues in their music in a somewhat positive manner or a responsible manner. But we don't hear them right now. In the midst of all of the protest against police brutality or all of the social issues that's going on, so on and so forth. And I don't know, man. This is kind of consistent for me. Like, I was just talking with my wife earlier with the NBA and Damian Adams of the Real Deal podcast. What does everybody want everybody to do right now? I mean, there's a million causes out here. I mean, specifically with the NBA, like with them coming back and playing, what do we really expect them to say relative to the ongoing situation? I kind of don't understand that, and I'm not trying to be ignorant and contrarian. I just kind of don't understand what everybody expects from everybody. And so J. Cole on this Snow on the Bluff, which is named after some 2011 documentary film about a gangster out of Atlanta who was like robbing people and then selling dope at the same time. I don't kind of get that connection. Song wise, I think it's a pretty decent record from J. Cole. And it's kind of funny because he's been kind of ambiguous about who the song is for or who he's talking to. And he's done this before, which is what all of this stuff is kind of confusing for me. And then he came out and said something along the lines of, I don't have any problems with No Name. I respect her. She's informed and up to speed on all of these different things, and she's putting in her good work. She's working, and I can respect that. And he said something else about being open to being taught by her. And then he also kind of like backs away from like, well, I'm not, kind of like some Charles Barkley stuff, I'm not a leader. I'm just rapping. And he opens a song with, I'm just, my IQ is average, and don't mistake the fact that I have a degree or I earned a degree or whatever as me being brilliant or a genius. So looking through all of this and sifting down to what it's all about, I don't even know. Chance the Rapper came out and said that he respects both artists. but one made a song kind of touching on some things about the other, whereas the other didn't go that far. And it was like, I hope they can work it out or whatever. So I believe I also just saw something where Jean Grey, dope female MC, dope MC, she said some things, maybe taking no name side. I didn't really read the comments. Again, man, like I said, right now my whole thing is I don't understand what everybody wants everybody to do right now. And it's like we're going through checking out, like, who do we really want to rock with? Who do we really want to put our money to? It's like all kind of scrutiny against everybody at the moment. And again, I mentioned this before. Like, I haven't really participated in any of the protests nearby me. Although I did kind of miss one, and I'm off of Twitter, so it might be one. And I'm happy to be off of Twitter. But I might have missed this one event locally because I'm not on there, and I didn't hear about it until I saw it on the news locally. But it's just it's this belief or misnomer that all black people move together and move as one and all have the same interests, the same goals, and want to affect change the same way. And that's just not the case. And I thought I saw Cole at a rally or in the streets one day doing all of this. Maybe he wasn't. Kendrick Lamar was another dude who was kind of dragged into this. Like, what are you doing? And again, like I said, man, the expectation that everybody jump on everything and be out in the front of everything, I don't really subscribe to that school of thought. And then it's crazy because, like I've mentioned before, a dude like LeBron, who was doing something phenomenal, unique, impactful, something that has metrics, I can't even put a label on it. But this, I promise, again, like it was going back to the NBA, some little statement that you make during an interview, or you wear your patch on your uniform, or a message on your sneakers or something, the soles of your sneakers. What is all that stuff really? It's all, everybody wants to, you got to talk, you got to say something. It's a million people saying a million different things right now. And so I'm just kind of confused by a lot of it, to be honest. And you got to let people do their own things. They're not harming anybody. They're not misleading anybody. They're not holding anybody or setting anybody back. And so, but again, Cole to say that he's not a leader, or kind of like downplay that, I don't know, man. That's kind of, but like he might not want to be taken out of his comfort zone. Stay over here, do my music, get my messaging out there the way that I get it, and that's what I do, and leave me alone. And I can respect that, because I think at the end of the day, what he does and how he does his thing is effective, and it's not hurting anybody else. But but No Name is saying something interesting though, that being out here like unconditionally worshiping these idols and putting these people up on these pedestals, that's an individual choice to be to be aware of what they really are about, and whether or not you want to support them on that level. Maybe that person is actually trash, and they shouldn't get your money for tickets, and you should maybe I'm not opposed to that. Hell, and then you look at somebody even like a Nipsey Hussle, everything that he said, and look at how the streets dealt with him. Wrong, right, and different, and whatever. But all of this stuff is just a dirty game to me, man. And so I don't know. I just was kind of confused with all of this. Getting over to the little baby cat, I did break down and check out the joint, the bigger picture. I'm not really too familiar with little baby. Uh, I don't listen to his music, to be honest with you. I thought he said some poignant bars in there. I love the chorus, and I thought he handled himself well as far as the police. I thought his comments along in addressing the police weren't reckless. And I thought he was. I salute that cat because I felt like he was honest about what he can do, what his role is, what he should be doing. But he felt he was compelled to where he couldn't just step aside, stand there, and not do anything, and not say something meaningful to address what we're in the midst of. So I salute him for stepping out there and doing that. I thought the track was phenomenal, and I dug most of his verses. I dug most of his lines. I thought he was in the pocket, and almost I'm kind of intrigued or compelled to go listen to what else. I heard a single from him a while ago, but like I said, it was nothing I would listen to. But I thought he did a really responsible job, held himself accountable, and then also told the world, this is, and I've mentioned this before, this is why I don't knock some of these guys, even all the Griselda music that I listen to. And, I put a disclaimer out there or a caveat on some of the projects that I talk about and how I'm not the biggest fan of, constant dope talk, killing, and all of that. But and Lil Baby, addresses this and says, this is where we come from. Only thing is, like, parenthetically, when do we hold us accountable? And this isn't all that we come from. There is some different messaging. There is some hope. There is some parenting going on that's giving kids a roadmap to something. I was watching something. My man Wyatt is doing this live thing on Facebook. Randall Wyatt, boxing promoter, and local businessman out of Cincinnati. And he got something going on in Florida too. But he was talking with the young lady, and she was in the streets with her son going through it, and she wants to protect the son and do for the son, and but she's losing him, and it's like, damn. I mean, is it always gonna be the same story? Damn. That's the why are we so quick to go jump into the streets when you can jump into a trade? You can jump into community college. You can jump into it's a lot of things to jump into, but it's constantly heading out into the streets, and I don't I don't have kids, so I could imagine that is challenging. But I'm looking at other communities, man, and it's not like college athletics, rap, or the streets. I mean, it's other stuff. It's some other options out there. So anyway, I just thought that he did a pretty. I was impressed by Lil Baby. I liked the video. Made a comment on there, and the bigger picture, and if he can say it and say those things, maybe he did his part, and maybe somebody in his audience and his following, maybe it sparks a thought. Because a lot of this stuff, you gotta, even with the J. Cole thing, a lot of this stuff, man, is you gotta go forward and do what's best for you, and be real with who you are and what you want to do, and understand like this, whatever it is that I'm in the midst of. I really ain't about this. Like I gotta go figure out what works for me, and maybe it might be a whole course correction type thing for an individual. So again, man, I don't. Looking at the rift between No Name and J. Cole, I was just trying to understand it. I haven't really straightened out anything here, but I checked out the song, and I really thought it was much ado about nothing. Um, Cole just had been beat on a little bit and felt the need to go and address it, and he did that. He's capable of doing that. He's spoken out about Kanye, about Wale, about generations. He's addressed all of these different things. So he addressed this, and I don't know, man. Like I said, I didn't think it was all that. Anyway, man, my name is Wood. I'm out. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. Peace.